I wanted to know this because the Sukaku voice actor and Lucy voice actor got replaced, and I know there's a full finder there's a full fighter situation on that whole video, and I did make a video on Monday. It should be coming up soon. Let me see. Let me see if I have it scheduled very quickly. If I don't have it scheduled, then don't make me repeat myself. You understood what I said. If you understood, you understood. If you didn't, you didn't. No. Monday, Tuesday. No. So it might have actually been this week. Did it come out this week? Oh, did it come out this week already? Or is it tomorrow? Is it tomorrow's video? Don't tell me I haven't, like... I don't think I've edited it. Okay, I probably still have to edit it. No, unless... Look, whatever. I will. We're gonna do a deep dive into this whole VA situation because, like, genuinely, there's a lot, not misinformation necessarily, but there's a well, yeah, there's misinformation and a lot of people, specific people, I'll say, we'll get into that later, that are like, specifically the guy who's being accused of stuff as well. They're like giving half truths or like saying lies or saying stuff that's not true or not accurate or like not really like sort of like skirting around the truth, you get me? In order to, like, make the situation seem like it's not what it is. And so I kind of want to do a deep dive myself, figure out what the frick is going on, and if I have to, make one fully comprehensive video for everyone to enjoy, because, you know, at this point, I should probably stop just reacting and I should make my own commentary content. But that's why I treat my reactions like commentary. For example, we're 0 seconds and 0 minutes into this video, but this is probably going to be like 5 minutes in the VOD. You're welcome. Now let's get right into the video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe onto Rev Says Desu's YouTube channel. Dude's great, makes good content. Bro is a lolly. He has taught me that does not mean what I thought it used to mean. It means something way different. And the only reason I bring that up is because another lolly, a lolly VTuber, a lolly voice actress got replaced.
Hey, what's up, guys? Rev here. So I get accused all the time of overusing the phrase, you reap what you sow,
right,
but how else do you describe situations like this? Zenla Zone Zero and Honkai
if Rev is a lolly, then that's a lolly.
RL voice actress gets replaced after appearing to Signal Boost, Genshin Impact, and Hoyoverse Boycott. Now, if you've been following this situation, you knew something like this was going to happen eventually.
I found out by playing the game? It's just being like, why does Lucy sound weird? That was literally how I found out. Now, I knew about the controversy with the voice actress. As far as, like, that Hoyoverse has been somewhat, quote-unquote, cleaning house with moles and all that from Honkai. And, the thing was that I didn't know it would extend to Zenless. You know what I mean?
For context, about a month ago, there was a boycott started by various players because they believed that the new Natlin region of Genshin Impact was somehow
genuinely, sorry, I keep pausing. Genuinely, there are freaking people who I've seen on Twitter, on my shorts, literally on my own shorts that I put up for Zenless Zone Zero, that will have told me that they refuse to play, like, it's ruined their Ellen. Like, they got Ellen Joe. And because Sukaku's voice is now different, it actually ruins their gaming experience that they're now playing a different team. They don't want to play their Ellen Joe, Lycon, Sukaku team anymore. Wild! Wild!
An act of cultural appropriation,
she did sound like
and their
an
response was
gremlin.
to raise a general boycott against Hoyoverse games. Now, this boycott is asking people to do a lot, including contact local...
Oh, what the frick? I've never seen this graphic. Let's see. Please, we ask you all to follow our guidelines during this boycott. Oh, you know what? I'm going to actually send this particular video over to Chaos and Burrito. I do want to chat. I'm going to bring this up with them on the podcast today. Actually... because even if especially if I am gonna talk up, like, make a commentary video on it, potentially. I said potentially at the end there because I'm not so confident. I'll be honest. No, but I am now because now I stream earlier, so I have more time. I think I can make. I'll do it live. Like, I'll actually record all the footage live, and I think that would be a good excuse. All right. Anyway.
Politicians on this issue.
Let me read through these. Actually, that was the whole point, wasn't it? Sorry, Now, let me see here. So, here's the, specifically the boycott, by the way, is what I'm trying to say here. Not the voice actor, situation. So, they're saying to review bomb. Like and retweet. So, they're saying review bomb Hoyoverse games? Let me be completely honest with you. I don't play any Hoyoverse games on my phone. Like, don't get me wrong. I have Honkai Star Rail on my phone, and I have Nikke on my phone. All I do, though, is just, like, the daily grindy stuff. Like, I don't really, which is most of the game, right? But, like, just the stuff I can set on autopilot and, like, not actually, like, play the game. You get me? Like, I just teleport to everything, and I just farm the stuff. Like, typically, I do the Himiko Herda situation, so it just, like, auto-freaking battles the entire thing. I just get XP or whatever the frick I need. You know, I got teams for, like, every situation. And so that's all I do. And then, like, even Zenless Zone Zero, the reason why I haven't been leveling up on it, or Wuthering Waves as much as I would like to, is because if I don't play it on my phones. Like, Honkai Star Rail and, freaking, Zenless Zone Zero, I don't play it on my phone. Like, I can't imagine those games on mobile. I'm sure to everybody else that's the norm, but to me, it just doesn't play like that. I never play. Anyway, point being, so for someone like me who plays all these on PC and doesn't really ever use it on my phone, like, the review bomb, first of all, is not going to do anything at all. So on top of that, you're going to need to get a vast majority of the actual community to agree to this boycott in order to actually genuinely get results, like visible results that'll actually worry Hoyoverse. You feel me? Share posts from us. Share posts from BIPOC. Spread the word. Tell a friend. Encourage others to speak up. Let me sneeze. Oh, good lord. Sorry. Allergic to some bullshit. All right, look. Look. This sounds to me like you just want retweets and like to get like yourself shared out there, stuff like that. Because, like, I don't know, let's keep reading the rest. Respond to surveys, send complaints to customer support. Don't. Well, yeah, respond to surveys for sure. Send complaints to customer support. Don't stop trying to harass some random employee. Like, yes, on the survey, yes, 100% the survey, yes. Because that's the point. That's the entire purpose of that. Especially if on the surveys it gives you a section where you can add extra stuff. Put an entire document on it, bro. Well, I mean, if you have to, right? Frankly, you should just be, like, put, like, a bulletin point so everything's nice and clear and concise and easy to read and fast to read so that they could, like, take it serious. Just harassing, like, customer support's not gonna frickin' do much. That's just messed up. Leave them alone. Sign the linked petition. That's a good one. Contact your local politicians. Honestly, yeah, that's a good one. If you want things, like, if you want specific things to change, like the same, then yeah, 100%. Post in official Hoyoverse accounts, comments, mute, block trolls. Mute and block troll. Why? Like, you know that your movement has a lot of confidence in itself when you refuse to even have a conversation with, listen to the opinions of the people who are against you. You get me? Like, this makes this feel like less sincere. It feels just like the DEI stuff, where as soon as there's anyone criticizing you or your movement, you just call them trolls, you call them whatever the frick else, you just mute them, you block them, you just get rid of them. It's like because you want to live in an echo chamber, and that's not really good, is it? Now let's hear the don'ts. Make any additional purchases. Great one! Definitely agree! Absolutely! You want things to change at Hoyoverse? Do not give them a single penny, not a single cent. I haven't given them a single dollar. You know why? Because I'm broke. I haven't done it for any political reasons. If I was a rich man, I would absolutely spend money on the games. Anyway, participate in giveaways. What? No? Screw yourself. You just want to win yourself. I'm gonna definitely participate in giveaways. You kidding me? If anything, you've just convinced me that now is the time to participate in giveaways. Because now there's gonna be less competition. Participate in Hoyoverse's economic flow. What does that mean? Just don't give them money? Yeah, stop giving them money. I mean, yeah, obviously. Battle Pass, purchasable login rewards, merchandise, collaboration. Is there battle passes in Honkai Star Rail? I mean, the freaking guy! No! Is there a battle pass? Like, actually? Don't purchase login. Don't get any login rewards. No merchandise collaborations. Anything of that nature. So like collaborations, you mean like for YouTubers and stuff as well? Don't harass, threaten voice actor, artists, or any content creator. Don't send threats to customer support. Yeah, don't send any threats to customer support. Just go harass them. Just go send them complaints. Just complain at them. Don't harass them. Highly agree with this one. Yes, here's the problem. Seems like most people are not listening to that one. Don't interact with racists. What do you mean? See, this is exactly like the DEI stuff. How did I call this? Speak over people who are indigenous affected?
Shall I dispatch the welcoming drones?
Don't speak over people who are indigenous. I'm sorry, I need to, that is what, that does say indigenous, doesn't it? Indigenous affected, what the frick? I just need to make sure I understand the meaning of indigenous here. What? We're talking about the same word here, right? What do you mean? So don't speak with just indigenous people, period? By the way, thank you so much, Grace Nipples, thank you so much for the follow. But, wait, so just indigenous people, never speak over an indigenous person. Shout out to my indigenous people in the chat. Ayo, love you. Okay, I guess, yeah, shout out, let's go. But, I don't see how this has anything to do with the boycott. Sure, okay, got it. You know what I don't see on here, though? I'll be completely honest with you. This is the one thing I was hoping to see on here, and it seems like they just refuse. I don't see, don't play the game. Don't, like, stop, uninstall the game. How about, we should have, do uninstall the game. Don't play the game. Like, I feel like that's gotta be, like, the most ideal thing you want to do in a boycott. You get me? If you actually want changes to happen, I feel like just uninstalling the game and like having their numbers drop substantially, I feel like that would send a strong message. But I feel like they're not gonna do that, are we? Alright, keep playing. Sorry, Ren.
However, the one thing they won't do is stop playing Hoyoverse games. In fact, most of the boycotters are still actively playing Hoyoverse games, and now the latest...
What? No, all of your opinion... Sorry, let me read this in the appropriate language. What know all you opinion if you are pro hashtag boycott? He used the wrong would that be a hyphen? I don't know what the frick is that. Is that the correct way to use that thing? I've never used it. Hashtag boycott HYV. Should we stop playing, interacting with the game or not? I heard good points from both sides. From one side, the player count is beneficial, but it's also money spent in maintenance servers. What do you mean? No, it's not. They are not spending extra money on maintenance or servers because more people are playing the game. That is ridiculous and stupid. the computer does not, like, stress itself more because there's more players playing. Like, okay. Plus, investors won't want to what? No,
issue in this boycott is whether or not they have to actually stop playing the games. Now, I also covered this during this whole situation. Several Genshin Impact voice actors came forward to signal boost and encourage people to protest this game and Hoyoverse generally. And I said in my coverage...
And it's like, again, I feel like it's not even necessarily what you're saying sometimes, it's how you're saying it. I feel like if the entire Hoyoverse community came together and made like a big like, hey, this is awesome, this is great, Hoyoverse, please give us a dark-skinned waifu. Hoyoverse, please give us a dark-skinned Hoyoverse, please, where's our dark-skinned waifu? Just like, you know, like more of like, you know, like if the whole community came together and just like wanted more, celebrated the dark-skinned waifus and husbandos that we do get and made a big deal about those particular, for example, like, nobody plays as Arlen from Honkai Star Rail. Arlan, there we go. Nobody plays as Arlen. Nobody cares about Arlen. But he has a very dark-skinned, like, husbando. And I feel like if the audience, if the community was losing their minds over every single dark-skinned husbando, just going all out, buying all the merch, making all the builds, doing all the stuff, I feel like full-blown Hoyoverse would be putting more into it. Instead of just every single time you harass them and try to make a big deal about it, and then, like, to them, it just becomes noise.
Someone is going to get fired as a result of this. How do you allow one of your voice actors to signal boost and encourage protests against your company that's going to hurt your bottom line? Well, we got exactly what I predicted here, so this is the voice.
The best way I could say it, by the way, I forgot who told me this, but it's like you catch more flies with honey than with vinegar, something like that. It was something like that.
Voice actress we're gonna focus on for a second. Her name is Courtney Lin. She is a now former voice actress for several characters in Zenless Zone Zero and also Honkai Star Rail.
She was in Paladin.
You can see this tweet she made on July.
I love one of my favorite pastimes is looking up like a voice. Not really pastimes. One of the things I do love to do is when I find new voice actors is look up the things they've played in and just be like, oh, like member berries. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I played Fire Emblem Heroes. Or, oh, I watched Finest Worlds Assassin. You know, and then you know stuff like that. I freaking love it.
Courtney Lin.
My sister watches it. You know. Oh, that game failed.
She is a now former voice actress for several characters in Zenless Zone Zero and also Honkai Star Rail.
Personally,
and you can see this tweet she made on July 14th, about 2 days after that main thread for the boycott was made, clearly referencing it, saying, "Oof, jumping back on Twitter to say your voices matter, and I'm so proud of our community for using theirs. Retweet, email, speak up. Our community is strong." Now, fast forward to August 13th, and we have this user sharing what appears to be a removal of her roles for several games. And if you look at the latest patch notes for Honkai Star Rail, you'll see her roles have been assigned a new voice actress. And if you look at the latest Zenless Zone Zero patch notes, you'll notice again that her roles have been assigned a new voice actress.
Who else is she playing in Honkai?
You'll notice again the voice actress. And if you look at the latest Zenless Zone Zero patch notes, you'll notice again.
No, hold on, I didn't go back far enough.
At the latest patch notes for Honkai Star Rail, you'll see.
Wait, did she do Argentine? So Argentini's voice got replaced. Wait, I just put a short with Argentini's like long, exaggerated talk. Whose voice was that one specifically? Because I loved that one. Oh, and even some previous story dialogues have been fixed. I love it though. It's great. Argentini's great. I really hated it at first.
Assigned a new voice actress, and if you look at the latest Zenless Zone Zero patch notes, you'll notice again that her roles have been assigned a new voice actress. Now, this is a classic F around and find out moment.
Even though I strongly like her, Courtney Lin's, I can't lie to you all. I absolutely love Courtney Lin's Sukaku and Lucy. I'm a big fan of it. I really wish she could have stayed. I understand that this is a separate... No, I mean, I'm sorry. You must understand that this is a completely separate opinion to my opinion on this matter. I'm not saying necessarily keep her or don't keep her in the role. What I'm saying is I just really loved her voice acting there, okay? I just liked her voice acting. That's all I'm saying. To the new voice actress that is doing Lucy and Sukaku, you have great, absolutely amazing roles. It's just that the personality type was already set, and I'm sure 90 to 95% of it is like literally just you know, the fact that I had already heard the voices and I'm just used to it. So they did absolutely fine in their roles, and I feel like if I would have started with those, I would have no problems with them.
Okay, it's very obvious if you're going to promote something that's going to damage the bottom line of your employer, they will likely get rid of you. And also, if I was in the industry looking for someone to hire as a voice actress, why would I go with someone who's going to basically go after my own product for support on Twitter? Like, it's just not a very smart move to do. But this is where the video would have ended. But then
again, it's it's very important that it's not a lot of the times it's not even what you say, but how you're saying it. If you just go out there and start to like, yeah, screw this company, screw my bosses, yeah, boycott, let's go. That's like way different than like if you were to come up and be like, hey, community, Hoyoverse community, I understand your frustrations, and I definitely agree that we need more dark-skinned waifus and husbandos. I will personally bring it up with my managers, my peeps that I got, and just sort of mention it. I genuinely think that we should, because I think I would like it. I would enjoy it if we did have some. I think they look cute. Some of them dark-skinned waifus are very gorgeous, and I would love it. So, like there's ways to bring it up. There's ways to show that you support the overall messaging of the movement without necessarily saying or aligning yourself with the extremities of that movement. You get me?
And another voice actress would jump in the fray to defend her friend. So this voice actress is named Valeria Rodriguez, and you can see she also voices a character from Genshin Impact. This will be important later. So she jumped into the replies of that previous user and said this: "You're a effing loser who's gonna die alone, and I would bet $1,000 that you are incredibly depressed and hate yourself. Get therapy or rot alone in your bedroom, but leave nice people out of it, nerd." That, or have the balls to say this stuff in person, not behind a profile picture, which...
What the frick? Oh, because somebody normal degen behavior. Yeah, no, it's kind of, yeah. Wow, so she was really pissed about this. Here's the deal. Here's the thing. You have to remember, and this happens in any job. As somebody, and I can say this because and with experience, because I was a manager for quite a few years. I always made a point to let my employees know, hey, when you leave work, especially if you're going out and about, if you are wearing the company's uniform, the company's logo, you are acting within within the constraints of the representation of the company. You aren't working as a representative of the company. So please, if you're gonna be doing stuff, take your shirt off. Like if you got, you're gonna be doing some business, take your shirt off. Even though it was totally legal for one of my employees to be on the Mary Jane. You get me, the Jamaican grass, the devil's lettuce, God's green earth, God's gift to the people. The bush that we burned. Anyhow, look, the point is, he's totally legal and he's totally fine to do it, but it becomes a problem if you're doing that while wearing the company t-shirt in the parking lot. You get me? It's like a totally, you gotta change shirts or something, brother. You gotta go to a different park. You can't just get out of here. Like, what are you doing? You get me? So, when you go on Twitter, and you are a representative of the company, it's not a matter of, oh, my boss says I'm not allowed to have this message or say these things. It's not that. It's a matter of, hey, because you are doing this, you are giving yourself, and by virtue of yourself, us, a bad look. And as your employer, if I don't want a bad look, I will cut ties with you. You get me? Because this doesn't go beyond a paycheck and a role. You get me? That's what this is. This is a job at the end of the day. I feel like people keep forgetting that this is a job, this is your job, and this is not, like, your job is not to be a politician or to be a platform or to be, like, a freaking, like, advocate of, like, you know, like, it's just, like, what are you doing? Like, what do you, like, if you wanted to be, like, I don't get it. Why do we have to, like, turn our jobs into platforms? Like, you can just be a voice actor. You can just do fun things and just be a fun person. You don't have to, like, go out there and then just, like, tell people that they're gonna unalive alone. You know it's bad, so you put a 1 instead of an I. Like, come on, bro. Wow.
You know, besides that last part that's a not-so-vague threat,
like,
you can see this
if you're, and again, I want to make this very clear. I fully support Valerie's, like, right to say all of this. Frickin', like, get him! Burn! Okay, cool. But again, just don't be surprised. Like, I'm totally behind Val. Like, yeah, talk your shiz, girl. Hell yeah, talk smack. Like, let's go. But, don't be surprised when your boss just doesn't want those specs on them. You get me?
Routine here, it's absolutely insufferable, and you'll also see in this tweet and in many others that there's a lot of projection, okay? A lot of projection about things that clearly they might be insecure about themselves. So let's look at some of the responses she had to random users in the comments of the original tweets. So this user said, maybe if you had a real job, you'd have more than $1,000 to bet with, where she responded,
freak you me, bro. Voice actors make tons of money.
I post your bank account, I'll do this.
They make a ton of money, trust me. As a voice actor myself, with $0, well, I wish I had $0, with negative bank account, I could tell you that we voice actors make tons of cash.
Same, I got way more than 1K. Sorry. Trying to go band for band with a random Twitter user is some nasty work, okay? Wealthy people don't do this. Wealthy people don't go onto Twitter and start arguing and trying to compare bank accounts with random users. That's not what they do. And also, this might...
Also, to be completely frank, who cares? Like, who asked? Like, who the fudge asked? Like, you think, like, what? You're gonna show him you have a lot of money and that's somehow going to make your point better? I don't care. What is the point? What is this?
Might sound a bit harsh, but it is the reality of the
measuring
industry.
bank accounts now?
English voice actors don't make a lot of money. In fact,
it's like trying to show off your Rolex watch. Like my Rolex watch is more expensive than
side jobs to keep things going with their voice acting career. So I don't really know if this is the route they want to go. But on top of that, the way they describe this, they sound like some teenager who got their first paycheck of all time and now they're flexing it out on everyone. But this money, the issue would get a little bit worse. So she made another tweet saying, "Sad muskrat," referring to Elon Musk, "sucks, and I don't pay for Twitter Blue. The sheer amount of engagement I've received from some of these weirdos would have made me twice as rich as I already am." So not only is she calling herself...
Valerie, these are very bad specs, girl. Like, these are very, very bad specs. Like, you really... Like, like, you get what I'm saying here? Like, this makes you look bad. And the issue with that is that it makes people not like you. And it's okay if people don't like you. You don't need people to like you. In fact, not a lot of people like me. And I'm fine with that. I enjoy it. I've always enjoyed my solitude when it comes to, people that talk smack. You know, I'd rather just not have them around if they're toxic. But the issue becomes when people don't like you so much that they actively want to avoid you, you see. Because as a voice actor, you want to be in projects that people want to be a part of. Because the whole point of the game is that people want to play the game. So if you become somebody who's so... What's the word I'm looking for here? Makes people... You're the kind of person that makes people, like, want to stay away from them. So divisive that you're just like... Everybody's like, ooh, you're going to be in that project? I don't want to be involved in that. I don't want to support anything you're in. Then suddenly, you'll find that that project is probably going to decide that you're no longer worth keeping around. You feel me? Because they actually want people to play the game.
rich. She's saying she'll be twice as rich if she had ad revenue
I'm
sharing
sure you're rich
on Twitter because of all these engagements she's been getting.
You
As someone who does
money.
have a Twitter Blue account and knows how this works, engagement and the revenue from it on Twitter is abysmal. It's not worth your time. You literally make sense for thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of interactions.
Numbers, right?
In this case, based on all the interactions she probably got over the last 24 hours, she would have made like $5. So I don't know if you want to flex that you'd be twice as rich with $5 to your name, but anyways, let's move on to some more projection.
Hey, $5
this user
$5.
is making fun of their appearance, and they reply by saying, "Not me on my third threesome of the year, and these nerds in the comments calling me ugly." So if this looks familiar, this is almost exactly what Kotaku editor Alyssa Mercante said earlier this year when someone was criticizing her. She responded by saying, "Well, I just had a..."
Wait, what? That's really your freaking goal? That's really your comeback? I mean, sure, yeah. Someone called you ugly and your comeback was, yeah, but at least I could get shish kebabbed. Like, what the? Okay, alright, yeah. Hey, you go, girl.
Threesome. Okay, like, what does that have to do with anything? Does that make you more valuable? Does it make your words more valuable in this situation? It sounds like some frat boy trying to brag to his buddies. Like, it's kind of an embarrassing thing to say. Like, if you're a consenting adult, so you can...
It's like those people who are like, yeah, I get BCs. I get BCs. Like, alright, cool, and...
do whatever you want, but don't act like it makes you more valid of a person in an argument. But continuing on, here's another wall of projection. This is just 3 random replies in a row. So this user says, that's why you're getting replaced. She said, it's actually not, but also, does it suck not living a life or career you love, or are you naturally this bitter? Where the next user says, shut up, get away from my hobby. And she says, does your back knee trigger the demons in your head, or do you actually speak like this of your own free will? Then another user says, can't wait to see you get replaced. And then she says, you will never be important, and I think that makes you sad at night.
Brother, I can't fathom. Like, is it just me? Like, I know it's not just me. It can't be. But I can never fathom the idea of just sort of like being like, I want to get on my phone right now, and I want to talk, and I want to just talk smack to people on Twitter. Like, you can't, like, my instinct, my natural reaction to all these, like, whatever, because I get tons of it. I get tons of it. Trust me. I do get quite a bit of hate. My natural reaction is just, oh, well, that's just mean. All right, delete, ban, and that's pretty much it. Every once in a while, especially if I'm in like a good mood, I'll get one like that somebody will like just give me a whatever the frick sandwich, like your voice is annoying, and then I'll just respond in a stupid way. It's like, yeah, you know, my voice is annoying. Like thank you so much for the compliment. I wanted to make sure that my voice was as annoying as possible to make your ears bleed, like, because that's just my goal in life, to become the most like just make like 100% of the entire world's like ears bleed out of their heads, so that, you know, I could say personally, I'm an ear bleeder. I will bleed your ears, you know? Like, I just feel like every once in a while, you just gotta get away from it all. You gotta, like, just step away from the Twitter, from, like, the comments, like, just block it, delete it, get rid of it. Like, I'll just say stupid things back to people, just to say, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a specific example, honestly. Oh, that's what it was. I remember now what I told him. I think I told him, yeah, I wanted to make sure my voice was as annoying as possible, so I can be more known as the VTuber, more annoying than SpongeBob. That's what it was. Sorry, blanked out there. Couldn't remember. I tried to make another joke and it sounded stupid. Anyhow, point being, if you're not having fun with it, either try to, or just delete them, mute them, like, block them. Like, you really don't got to, like, keep, how do you call it? What do you say? How do you freaking call it? You don't gotta keep interacting, there we go, with, like, all these hatred. Like, people were just telling you, like, shut up, subhuman, like, all this stuff. Just block them, get rid of them. You don't have to, like, deal with that. You get me?
If it hasn't been obvious already,
You don't gotta respond.
it seems like there's a bit of projection here. But here's some more comments. So responding to this user, she said, it's more so the racist Genshin fans coming out of the woodwork because she dared to agree with us wanting better representation sort of thing. But yeah. So now she's turning around and calling Genshin fans racist. I'm sure MiHoYo loves seeing this. They love seeing someone who voices one of their characters calling their fans, the people who are helping MiHoYo make money, calling them racist because they want to have a Twitter spat with random people. And
to be fair, it worked really. Calling your audience racist worked really well for Disney Star Wars.
On top of that, she would make
the
this
Acolyte
right
is doing amazing right now. It was an amazing
I use
tactic.
my platform for kindness.
They made an entire diss track to diss their audience, and I think they're making us like I think they just got confirmed for like 12 seasons, right? I think
spreading the word about important topics. That's why she spent the last 24 hours arguing with 12 seasons people. She's trying to spread the good word,
after they did that
stuff.
track,
but on top of that, anyone who has to constantly remind you that they're a positive and helpful and nice person, stay away. They are probably the most toxic person. No positive, nice, good person has to constantly remind you how positive they are. But anyway.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a red flag. Like me, I spread negativity and I laugh at like bad people on the internet and like I clown on them and I talk smack about them and I talk smack about people. But typically it's like other bad people, you know. I don't really talk smack about people who are like cool.
Anyways, let's move down to this last part. So she says, okay, upon further review, most of these accounts hating on us have an incriminating amount of lolly art on their pages. Maybe I shouldn't interact.
I love how that's the way she's going to take it now. She's really just trying to
interact with these creeps. So by virtue of what she's saying here, she's basically accusing Genshin Impact and Hoyoverse of producing illegal content, which is obviously...
I love it. When I was working for you, totally fine. Now that I'm not working for you, you got rid of me. Now it's now it's definitely bad.
A bad thing to do. But also, you voice acted for this community and this game, these sets of games.
Yeah.
Like, why would you be participating with something like that if you think they're making illegal content? If you think stuff like this is...
Because she has no actual... Honestly, because she has no actual morals. Her morals are dictated by what benefits her the most in that moment, basically.
Illegal. They have tons of lolly characters in the game, and if you don't like that, that's fine.
Cute voice.
But then don't go getting a voice acting job from them. And on top of that, I mean, it's literally in the game files. Like, there's no denying that there's a lot of lolly characters in Hoyoverse games. But here you are, gladly taking checks from these companies to keep working with them, because that's more important than anything else. And also, we would see some more replies here, replying to this other voice actor. She said, nah, you're totally right. I shouldn't engage, at least not as much as I do. But sometimes it's satisfying to stay stuff back. Even if I'll never get the satisfaction of beating them in a 1v1 Muay Thai or something like that.
Oh, for crying out loud. Now she's going to, I wish I could beat them up. Like, I wish I could physically assault them. Okay, get the frick out of here, bro. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you're not actually hurting any of them. You think any of those people you responded to care about what you said? They don't. You're just hurting your own image, and you're gonna make it more difficult for yourself to get work in the future. Stop it. Stop it. Get some help.
Ooh, shiver me timbers. Wow, she's gonna challenge you to Muay Thai. Here's the thing.
Maybe
I find
I'll get
this
a job
with a
in
lot of
Concord
cry bullies
too.
on Twitter. The second they kind of run out of arguments, they either start name-calling you or threatening you in real life. Like, that's all they really have at this point. But let's move on. I mean, this is the same person, right?
No.
They're trying to challenge these people to real-life stuff. They're saying...
No, you fudged up for that one. Cyber salty, you fudged up for that one.
That people are cowards and hiding behind profile pictures. But then go to her tweets and you'll see she's hiding replies making fun of her. So I guess she's not that tough. But on top of that, she would say this: I'm in the comments verbally beating haters. V Nation, join me in my crusade. So she's referring to, I guess, her followers as the V Nation after herself, and also saying she's verbally beating haters, which I guess would be breaking Twitter TOS at that point. But on top of that...
So this is quite literally a call to act, like a call to go and like what? Do what exactly? To arms Are you telling them to go start harassing people on Twitter?
What are you beating?
And then they go harass somebody, and then they're like, "Well, why did it start this wave of hatred?"
Randomly projecting about nonsense.
I don't
That's
support
not
harassment.
verbally beating anyone.
Or cause
and on top
harassment.
of that, she would say that people are tagging her employers, trying to get her in trouble. But she ends with this down here: "I will go to effing war for my friends. Yes, I would say it all in person. No, I do not care if I get fired for that. I know where my ideals and morals lie, and I will always roast the F out of these assholes, especially..."
Lady, calm down. This isn't a war zone. This is a bunch of waifus and lollies in a video game that you play on your cell phone. Chill out. It's not that serious. Calm
especially
down.
For friends. And yes, I'm
Sit
hot
down.
as F and bang a lot. It's my burden to bear.
Congratulations, you're a gaping hole, I guess. I don't understand how this has anything to do with anything. Congratulations, though. You do look quite very pretty. Sure. Okay.
Horrible.
I don't understand why.
But anyways, what,
are you insecure about it? What the frick? Stop mentioning
people who
it.
helped share this entire story was Hero Hey, and she would even throw some strays in his direction saying, "Ignore them. That dork is just trying to get his bag from doing trashy journalism. Doesn't matter. I'm moving on and thinking about what I'm going to do for Halloween." Yes, she's moving on after tweeting almost every minute for 24 hours straight to people she's mad about on Twitter. But anyways, that's going to do it for this situation. Will she be the next one to suffer some sort of punishment from the Hoyoverse? We'll have to wait and see. But for now, we've seen at least one voice actress paying for their comments and signal boosts of the Genshin Impact and Hoyoverse related boycotts. But that's going to do it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comments section down below. And I'll see you guys next time.
What an absolutely great video by Rev. Very informative. I have absolutely no desire to go digging around the Twitter garbage piles that exist out there. So I just full-blown appreciate Rev going through all that, like, toxic suck. Just yuckiness that I don't want to go through, and telling me about it. So that I don't have to go looking for that myself. Which sucks, because I always like to definitely be biased towards the voice actors every time, especially when it's like a corporate versus voice actor situation. I tend to be incredibly biased for the voice actor, because I want to be a voice actor myself, so I always try to cheer on for them the same way I would want to be cheered on myself in those scenarios. So I'm super pro the voice actors in these cases, but at the same time, you gotta like touch grass for a moment. You gotta like put your dirt to the dirt. You gotta put your feet to the dirt. And like be like, yeah, if I am working a job for this company, and the company, you know, just has a way of doing things, or not even necessarily a way of doing things. Like if I work for a particular company, and the company is like in a type of controversy right now, I would be very careful in the way I say things, or I would lay low and wait for the company to make an official statement, or honestly, pressure my company internally in private about making a statement about these concerns that I have. There's just way different ways to approach this besides going out and about promoting a boycott of the basically saying, do not use my, you get me? It's like going on strike. It's like except they didn't go on strike because, you know, they want to keep getting paid. They want to make the money, you know, so they don't like stop working and stop getting paychecks. But it's like effectively you tell every single customer, don't buy anything. The food here sucks when you work at McDonald's. It's like, look, I'm sorry, but no matter what your opinion on you know, farm raised free range cows and chickens are, like, whatever your opinions on how we raise chickens and cows are, if every customer that comes in and you tell them don't eat here, the burgers suck, the chickens suck, don't eat anything here, like, I'm gonna fire you. I'm gonna get another employee because I want to make money. Like, that's not, like, let's all use our brains here for a little bit. So if you want to make changes in the company to better the company, like, ideally, what I personally would have done is I would talk to whoever I can, make as much noise as I can internally with the company, and effectively convince them. Sounds manipulative, but yeah, effectively convince them that having more dark-skinned waifus and more diverse characters in the game is a monetarily good decision to make. Because no duh, they're a company that wants to make money. So what I would do is I would start a campaign that the next dark-skinned waifu or husband that comes out, we make a big freaking deal. We make a big deal about it. We celebrate it. We go all out. We go ham. We make lore videos on it. We make sure Hoyoverse understands the community wants more of this. And guess what? They're probably going to put more of it into the game. Because they're seeing that the community likes that. And that's what the community wants. You get me? But to just basically go tell people, don't give my bosses money, but still demand a paycheck from that same boss, the boss is going to fire you. Because now you're just a negative number. You're telling me I have to pay you a paycheck and you're gonna tell people to not use my services and give me money? That's not how this works. That's not how jobs work. It's just not. And again, you could 110% still be wholeheartedly supportive of the movement while still just, like, being a decent person, I would say, honestly. And giving yourself a really bad look. Not just, like, the company, because the company could just fire you, as they did, and they've scrubbed clean. We got a new voice actress. That's the voice. You can hate it or love it. So Kaku, Lucy, that's just their voices now. I've grown used to Lucy now. Totally fine with Lucy now. You get me? But now, any further companies that potentially might have wanted to work with you, Wuthering Waves, I'm trying to think what other games I played, Nikkei, stuff like that. If they know about this controversy that you were involved, they're not gonna want to give you the time of day anymore, because they're like, yeah, you're more trouble than you're worth. So it's kind of like you can be pro the movement and you can be an advocate, but you gotta be smart about it. You gotta have a little class. You gotta have a little class about how you go about doing it. You know? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just a monkey. I don't know. Alright, everyone, I'll tell you what, it is about that time. Thanks for hanging out. Like or dislike, comment, and subscribe, and become a Monodachi today! I live stream all day, Monday through Friday, so go say hi! That's all for now, Monos. Goodbye, and thanks for swinging by. Salut!